Hi everyone, it's Carrie. We are at Target today. We are at the Target in Winter Garden, Florida. We're going to go in and check out what's new. If you're new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back everyone. I'm happy you're all here. I hope you're all having a beautiful day. I hope everything's going well for everyone. We'll kind of peep up here. First of all, beautiful palm trees. I love it here, but the moon way, way up in the sky. Absolutely amazing. All right, we gotta look both ways before we go in. We're gonna check out they've got some Halloween things. My sister was telling me they finally have their Halloween items all loaded up in the store. And they sure do. So $20. We've got, these are those outdoor headstones, but they have them in a bunch of different colors. So this set has the purple, green, gold, and black. This one's kind of pretty. It is this peach, this beige, very just kind of like neutral tones in there. And yes, I know I just called a headstone pretty. This pack here is all black. They can be. I've seen some beautiful ones. That one has the green in it also. That has silver and green. They've got some kind of lime green ones up here. That says haunt you later, trick or treat. Let's see, and nothing crazy spooky. As a matter of fact, I think Target this year has done a pretty good job on keeping things kind of cute and fun. I also feel like anyone that is Gen X or grew up in that kind of like 80s time frame, 70s, 80s, you might see some things in here today that you're like, that looks familiar. We've got some other kind of colorful more headstones down here. Do these light up? Oh, they do. Okay, that's kind of fun. We're going to kind of just browse around. I have the audio off. First of all, Target plays amazing music, but also a lot of these little animatronics, I'm not the only one pressing the buttons. There's quite a few other people around. So as you could imagine, it was a little bit overstimulating. I did think that was really fun, that little ghosty boo that pops up. And he was not crazy loud. This little frog, he's fun. He was a little bit louder than I would have liked. And also, when you're testing out anything in the store that is animatronic, the little buttons in there, if you press them once to turn it on, you can press it again to turn it off, just in case you've got a little one with you that gets overwhelmed by the sounds, or if you yourself, if it's just too much. But if you kind of, turn it off, turn it on, you can get a little bit of control in that. This little owl, his face and his eyes light up there with green. This little guy, he like spun all the way around and kind of did this little dancing thing. Noise-wise, I didn't think this one was too bad. I actually thought this blow mold was pretty fun. I like the little, he just stayed still. He was getting down. Okay, how many of you, this was particularly loud and I could not figure out how to shut it off and it was turning on randomly. But how many of you remember having a clear phone like this in your bedroom or in your house? I did. So I thought it was pretty fun that they had that in there. That one was battery operated. Let's see what else we can find going through here. It's a little movie. Okay, this is kind of cool. Middle of the road on noise. I did think it was kind of cool though. A skeleton here. Let's see what we've got going on. I'm trying to see if we've got white. Oh, he does. He turns on. He had a lot to say. On a scale of sensory, this thing would probably set some things off. There was hands going and he smacked me in the face. There was a lot going on with that one. So very cool, and he does retract all the way back when he turns off. All right, what is this one? Oh, okay. This is actually quite fun. I thought it was just going to be a circular wreath, and nope. It has a little, it talks to you and all that stuff, so that's pretty cool. We've got all sorts of the stakes for your yard or garden. So we got some hands, we got some feet in here. I love the witch ones. I think those are super fun. We've got some door knockers up here. And this one lights up. That one's a little cuter. Okay, this one has to do something. Yep, it is. There's a button there. Same thing, talking, hand swinging. These are very cool. I think it is totally worth going to look if you are in the market for Halloween items. I think it's worth going to look. This thing, okay, I could not get this. It was turning on all by itself, opening and closing, doing its own thing. I'm going to be honest, that thing kind of irritated me because even when I was over trying to check other things, it just kept looping around, spinning around, doing its thing. Ooh, do not like that. See, he does this and then the guy next door, and I have to shut him off again. There was a lot going on in here. So that's why I say just if you, my grandson's sensory, like we've got to just be careful with things. So he doesn't come with me to do stuff like this. It's too much. So, just to be aware, everything in this aisle had buttons. Everything made noise. And like I said, I was not the only one pressing the buttons. This cauldron down here, I did think was pretty cool. Bottom of it lights up like that. Looks like it's heating up. I thought that was pretty fun. That's $30. And the price tags on at Target, as you know, they're kind of all on the shelves right there. These I did think were cute. They did not scream or make noise or anything, but they did light up. I thought those were fun. This whole shelf started doing its own thing. We've got a ghost back here clapping, pumpkin looking around. Those bowls were pretty fun though. And they were all $30. We've got some blow molds over here also of a ghost. And these are plastic ghosts that you can put all, it's like a whole pack. You can put those all over your front yard. Then we've got some yard stakes over here, some skeletons and some pumpkins. There's 3 stakes in each one of those. So these pumpkins surprised me a little bit in terms of their weight. I thought they were going to be super lightweight, but they're actually, they had a bit of weight to them, so that would stay in place. The taller one is 30. That middle size is 25, and then we've got $12 on the little one. So they have the white, the orange, this green, and then this really cool kind of black with gray tone on the bottom. So you can go kind of spooky or cute. We've got some fun wreaths over here. This is just a nice kind of simple black wreath in here. The material on this, you would not want that to be exposed to the outdoor elements. You would want that kind of tucked away on a front porch. We've got all of our little metal pumpkins down here with the LED candles in them. Just a nice basic glitter branch wreath. Hopefully you can see the sparkles on there. That one is $12. Then $25, we've got the Halloween ornament wreath. That one's super fun with all the orange and the black in there. I do love this one. My very distorted self in the ornaments there. I should have waved to you all. I just realized that. But I love that it lights up the little kind of castle in the middle. Has little green lights. That one is $25. I think it's super fun. This one here just says boo and has some little ornaments on the bottom. That's about as yucky as it gets. So if you like those kind of mossy covered, you know, mushrooms and all this stuff, they have it. Those are $25. The other one was $12. This one I did think was kind of pretty. It is $18. I'm going to show you the one behind it because it is supposed to have a black bow. See how that looks there with the black bow? That one's cute. We've got some witch's boots here and of course another button. Okay, no noise. This one does just light up. That's kind of fun. There's that ghost over there. Did he fly over here? Because he's over here just dancing it up on the shelf. Nobody touched him. He's just doing his thing. I think some of these items in here probably are motion censored also. So you have a little cauldron in there, the ghosts, and those were all metal. Our little earthy skeleton down there, and then the neons. I love these. They don't make any noise. They just light up. So you've got some skeletons. We've got a pumpkin. There was a bat down there also. These have little white lights that go all the way around them, kind of that like theater lighting or marquee lighting. We'll go with that. These are also pretty cool here. This one is a spider. And we have a ghost and then just a good old trick-or-treat over there. So these are fun. $10. They're flat skeletons. So if you don't have a whole lot of room, they have the witch, the alien, and then the orange and the white skeleton. I think she's pretty. I think she's super cool. We'll get around and check her out in a minute, but we've got some adorable little cat pillows in here. And then this whole entire purple and green witch line in here I think is super fun. We've got some pumpkins down here. These are fabric ones, so those are purple, black, and orange with some white down there. Let's see what else we have. Check out this hat. But look at her. Isn't she fabulous? Her hands, by the way, have lights in them. So when she turns on, she's $220. Her name is Wendy the Witch. When she turns on, her hands would actually illuminate the ground in front of you. I think this witch hat here is fabulous. I love all that blingy kind of fancy looking Halloween. We've got some cute little ceramics in here. And they are still getting things in stock. So we've got a purple witch hat over here. Isn't she cute though? Oh my goodness. I love that she's all knit. So she is, let's see here, is that one $20? I'm not sure what was $20 over there. I'm thinking the witch was 20. Also, these skeletons, they're knit. Also, they're super cute. We've got some fun trick-or-treat bags over here. I love that that cauldron looks like it's bubbling over. So they do have purple witch costumes. We also have this really fun cauldron costume. Does anyone else remember the plastic masks that we would wear? They look like, I'll show you the things on the wall in the back that totally reminded me. So his name is Bruce, $220. He's huge. He was also friendly. Like I said, there was nothing in this whole entire Halloween section that I would have said, holy smokes, like skip it, it's gross Halloween. I think they did a really good job at keeping it fun, whimsical, and even bringing in a little bit of kind of neon and some Gen X things in the back that I'll show you, which I think are pretty cool. I love these little metal haunted houses with the little tea light inside. These all light up, the ghost, the cat's the same. Let's see, oh, there's more witch hats down there. So the green witch, they have a black witch one and the purple. And then here's the green witch. So you can do a green witch or purple witch. And these are all knit. Look at this cat. Isn't this fun? It's a little kind of like, oh, wait a minute, it's a bat. That's not a cat. You guys can all have fun making fun of me in the comments. Oh my goodness. I think she's adorable though. I love her little ghost and her moon on her little outfit there. And we've got some bigger metal haunted houses down here and then some pretty cool little floral arrangements inside the boots with the green. Okay, they've had him now for a couple years, also huge but friendly. I love these. I love all of this neon back in here. So much of this stuff, and it just, my age, like the neon brings me back to being a kid, and so I love the nostalgia in that. It was also popular when we were growing up. Let's see, we've got, so all of these do light up. These are all battery operated. I am pretty sure we had costumes just like that little monster guy when we were growing up. I had to send a picture to my brother. I said, were you ever dressed up as this? These are so cute. They're all holding hands. And then we've got, Target always does these little birds and they dress them up and I think they're so funny. But these plastic wall decor, they reminded me of the plastic Halloween masks that we had as kids that had the little cutouts for the eyes and the cutout that you just don't stick your tongue through it because you could like cut yourself with it. And we survived. Oh my goodness. Disco balls are also really, really popular this Halloween. I love this. This is so fun. So they have them in all different sizes. You can get really small ones. They've got really, so these are $17. The pearl finish skeletons are very popular, as are the pink ones too. We've got some traditional ones over here to the left. $35 for those. We've got the pink one with the glitter eyes. This kind of like gold, almost champagne color. Then there's a really big disco one back there. Super fun. We're going to spin around a little bit here. We've got some more of the little skeleton things in here, some bats and dogs. If you have an issue with flashing lights, pause right now. Fast forward, because this thing right here does have flashing lights and you'll see it in a second. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. It is an inflatable walkthrough. See what I'm saying with the flashing lights? I just wanted to kind of give that heads up on that. This one is $180. I think it's super cool. Put that on your walkway. They had bunches and bunches of spiders that were posable. White ones. These have orange eyes. We've got some purple ones. Those are fun. All different sizes though. They've got black ones, white ones, purple, multicolor with the orange up top, the orange and the black. And then Unitarget, they have a big selection of all the different gauzes that you can use for decorating and the large spider webs right there. For years, I used to do the spider webs that you'd get in the bag for like 50 cents and you just string them all over your yard. I felt like I was still pulling those things out when I was cleaning up landscaping in the spring. So I have moved away from using those in the yard. So we have all sorts of different kind of hanging little, I'm going to call them monsters. I'm not totally sure what we're doing over here, but we've got aliens. He is kind of a friendly looking vampire. So these are all right about $35 in here. Okay, these I just realized actually, those all have buttons on them. I did not press the buttons on the items over there to the right because until I was just editing right now, I did not realize that those had buttons. These are so cute. Hold on, he cries. Watch. We'll turn him on. And he does a whole boo-hoo, you know, kind of like, poor me. But he's a little crying ghost. And then the next one over here is a whole I love you ghost. So the symbol right there is I love you. And you see the little heart on the chest right there. That's super cute too. Is this not the 1980s, right? We got the headband, the neon, the workout. Okay, so see this little one up here that is, I think those things actually all vibrate and shake. So it was probably a good thing that I didn't set all of those off. So we've got some more pumpkins over here. This little one lights up too. That's a really cute little house actually. The moon even lights up. Oh, the doors open and then there's spins around there in the middle. Then we've got light up green and blue, and we've got Frankenstein. These little cuties over here, they do light up the little pumpkin. And we've got our cat and our witch. Very, very fun blow molds down here. And we've got Trick or Treat, that does light up. Frankenstein also lights up. We've got all the different skeleton heads over here, the iridescent. The pink one is actually quite pretty. I like this one. So those were $5. And then this super cool green iridescent, thought that was also super fun. These cats, they do light up. They're battery operated. As are the little ghosts down here. And the pumpkins over here. Let me see if I can turn this. Oh, this one has green inside. I love that. They have all of your different carving kits, lights. So you have these little pumpkin tea lights. Those are $6 for the 2-pack. I love this carving kit. I typically buy one of these every year, mostly because that spoon in there with like the edges on it really gets in there well and cleans the pumpkin out. We gotta check out some of the Trick or Treat bags and bowls over here. The sequin. My mom would so approve of this. My mom loved anything blingy sequin. So fun. My sister and I were talking about that. She had sent me pictures. She said, you've got to get to Target and check out their Halloween selection. And I'm happy that we did because super, super cute. We'd come in about a week ago, checked out. They had all the fall. They did not have Halloween yet. So I was happy to come in and see they do have it all now. So we've got some more neon here. That's a paper spider sphere. These are so cool. They feel so like 1970s to me. Does it not? 1970s, 1980s. Where am I with this, friends? We've got the witch hats here. I've seen a bunch of different things that you can do. The witch hats, you can hang light, those snappable glow-in-the-dark light sticks inside to get some light in those. I've also seen people put disco balls in there. And then we've got some really fun decorations here. So these are kits that you can do your whole entire, mantle or credenza or buffet in your dining room. So it comes complete with the balloons. You just have to blow everything up. We've got $6 for these little stakes. We've got some really fun little ghosts over here. These are just little hanging ghosts. The big Frankenstein with the honeycomb arms. I love that. And Lewis, I'm so sorry. Lewis is the name of the big pumpkin at Target. He even refers to himself as Lewis. We've got more party supplies down here. So we've got some buckets for entertaining. We've got a throw blanket here for picnic. Some really cute little $3 headbands. We've got Frankenstein. We've got our little skeletons here. And then we've got some pumpkins. Little $3 masks here. If you need just a nice, easy little costume. Little snack boxes, little trick or treat. I love this one. It does light up. So you've got balloon arch kits. This one is $12. $4. That one has little pumpkins and pom-poms. $4. This one here is Happy Halloween. And then we've got some really pretty buffalo check, orange and black tablecloth there. Let's see, we've got the spider web one. The Easy Care, I love the Easy Care ones. So great for entertaining because you can just wipe it all up and don't worry about your wood table below. These are some smaller scale coffee cups. So those are $5. And then they have some really cool, I almost said napkins. They're not napkins, those are towels. And some little Halloween cups for the kiddos in here. Jack Skellington, we got Stitch, we've got Hello Kitty. And then lots and lots of crafts for the kids. So for parties, we've got our ghost paper roll, and there's 20. It makes 20. This one I feel like all of these over here actually are kits for 20. I love these little pumpkin buddies. Those are fun. You can make some spider glasses. And then they've got some fun games. I love these. What else do we have over here? Yeah, just some other games over there that you can set up for a party. And then over here they have all of the everything from party favors, or if you fill bags for kids that have allergies, that don't do foods. That's a great idea for things to put into the bags for them. We'll jump over here. These are the hot chocolate bombs over here, and then they also have the color changing cocoa mix. All sorts of different little candies and party trays over here, little chocolates. I am specifically looking for these gingerbread style haunted houses. So they're very similar to the gingerbread Christmas cookies, but these I think are kind of more chocolate ones. Maybe some of them are actually gingerbread down there, but you get to make the little cookies and do them up kind of spooky. So these are always fun. Again with the sequin, I love this. These little ghosts over here are so fun. It's very party pumpkin right there. I love that. Yeah, I really like what Target, oops, you got to check these out. Look at these. Aren't those cool? They've got them in orange, silver, white, and black. Those are $10 each, but I really like what Target has come out with this year. Those are little candles on that shelf right there. And all the different lights that they have. So you got your pumpkins, your ghosts, your little witch hats, some bat skeletons. And then they had the yard stakes over here. These were 5 per box. You've got the pumpkins over here. You've got the alien ones. I really like these. I love because kind of that vintage look. I think those are super cool. I may have to get those and put those away for next year when I have an actual yard again that we can decorate. And then we've got some super cool neons over here. Those are $40. I was actually driving home tonight and saw someone down the street had those up in their window, and I thought it was super fun. They had another one that was a skeleton that was waving. So these are interesting. These are metal, and I will press the button on these so you can see they do light up inside. So that's pretty cool. We've got the green in there. Let's see what color this one is. Ooh, purple and green. That pumpkin's a little bit too far back for me to reach. Oh, there's one right here. Perfect. That one's orange. I love that. And then they have all their different inflatables in here. So you've got your ghosts, your pumpkins. This other one here is a cat dressed up as a ghost. And with that, everyone, we are going to head out. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm sorry I had the audio off for most of this. It was just a bit much. But you can definitely go in and check it all out. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day and be safe.